Best friends are dead ends. All right, back with some more Tom MacDonald. I'm sorry. Let's get into it.
Honestly, y'all have been killing my confidence. All of the negative comments and gossip, it's hard to imagine the stress that I'm under. I'm sorry for all of this. I'm sorry for spitting the truth. Sorry for dissing that dude. Sorry for missing the point of the criticism. I was blinded by diamonds and loot. I apologize to all you guys. Y'all were right. I was out my mind. I went too far.
Okay.
He's trolling.
What is going on here?
I don't believe it.
Me either. I'm not buying it. But he could be serious. It would be
understandable if he was serious. Like, I'm sure people come for him.
I think he was serious about, I'm sorry for dissing that dude. I think he's serious about that. I think he is.
What do you call that? A diss challenge? Whoa.
I think he's serious about that one. Some of the other ones I think he's playing around. But he might be.
To this day, this was filmed in August 2019. To this day, if you Google Mac Lethal, images come up of hats that say Mac Lethal sucks. And like Tom MacDonald's website. And like all kinds of, it's just like, dang, that dude is in the dirt.
Loot. I apologize to all you guys. Y'all were right. I was out my mind. I went too far. I did too much. The haters were right when they said I suck. I did my best. It did nothing for me. I gave my guts and got lost in glory. I'm standing here while you sit before me. There's nothing left but to say I'm sorry.
Here we go.
See, there's that mischievous smile right there. He's having fun playing with everyone's emotions.
The haters probably watch this like, finally, he put something out that, has some humanity.
Right? And he's just laughing. I'm about to take them on a roller coaster.
Isn't it just weird, though, how, like I feel like right now, at least in this day and age, there's, like, literally two kinds of people. There's people who literally are in that, like, he needs to apologize and, like, in that space. And then, the other perspective does not, like, it's just a whole different league of, like, thought. You know what I mean?
What do you mean, like, you have the I'm sorry's and the others?
Basic, like, you have the people he's describing, right, and how these people feel, and then you have everyone else, but the people who feel that way don't understand how he cannot be sorry. You know what I mean?
True,
like,
true.
They literally, like, if their world was, like, the size of an apple, then you have this other world that's, like, infinite. Like, there's so many different perspectives other than the apple that's sorry.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm
You're
saying?
basically saying some people live in a bubble.
Yeah, I feel like the bubble, though, doesn't realize that, like, there's so many other perspectives, and, like, they can literally not feel actually sorry for feeling how they feel, and they're like, I have my opinion, you have yours, but, like, in that bubble, it's like, you're not allowed to have another opinion.
You don't realize you're in the bubble, because looking out from the bubble, it's clear. You just see through it, and you don't realize you're in the bubble.
Exactly.
But, okay, so then, is everyone outside the bubble in this infinite space, or are they just in a bigger bubble and still don't know they're in a bubble?
That, I don't know.
Like, how would we know if we're in just a bigger bubble?
Okay, I don't know.
How do we know? How do we know?
We wouldn't.
It's not like everyone else has infinite wisdom.
That's true. I
mean, like
mean,
most, if not all of us, are in a bubble of some sort. It just may be a decent size.
The dome.
Exactly. A simulation.
It's in a simulation, that's what it is. Oh.
Sorry, that doesn't bother me. I don't know anybody, an apology. I don't have no regrets in my biology. Reload and shoot for the stars, y'all look like astronomy. No one as hot as me, copy me commonly. Wannabes, y'all are so shockingly comedy. Carry the weight of my songs all on top of me. I will not break, I'm not made out of pottery. Bury your bodies on acres of property. Place them at angles like sacred geometry. Done with the modesty, everything I drop is quality. Promise, like honestly, follow me.
Okay, this is more what I expected.
This is what I expected. Wow.
But he didn't get us with that intro. Like, we're starting to understand who Tom is, so we're like, this dude joking. He playing around. I don't have no regrets in my biology.
I like that. You shouldn't.
That energy.
You shouldn't.
But you can learn from your mistakes without having regret. I feel like it's unhealthy to be regretful. I don't want to feel like that. I could have messed something up. Like, dang, I messed that up. I'm going to learn from that.
Right.
But I don't have to be living in the feeling of regret.
Right.
I'm good on that one.
Right. And so the way I took it too was like generations back. Like, it's like if you live in regret, then like what kind of genes do you pass on? So it's like, what if his great grandpa had a lot of regrets? Like, and it's like there's no way to know, but it's like it's interesting to have that perspective.
Or like epigenetics or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where you're just kind of passing down that energy of regret.
Yeah.
You're teaching your kids how to behave.
Right.
I like how he did the astronomy, shooting the stars. Then he goes to sacred geometry a few bars later.
Right. Bury your bodies in sacred geometry. I was like,
Angles like sacred geometry, down with the modesty. Everything I drop is quality. Promise, like honestly, follow me. I ain't gonna stop when the hits come rock with the kid on block like Pac with a bin. I'm a god with the pen, no cops to the crib, got guap cause I'm awesome at this. Underrated, overpaid, they hate it. Complicated calculations made to rake the paper. Razor sharp like Blazing Freddy versus Jason. Angels in my heart of Satan in the basement. Brains and handsome faces, what has made me famous. Great imagination, fatal combination. Labels on the daily, I've been on vacation. Basic translation is I don't give a... Sorry,
That's the TLDR.
wow. What?
Like too long didn't read.
Oh,
His basic translation.
Yeah.
It's the TLDR.
Wow. I like the energy.
Right. That was a good translation.
Isn't it weird? Isn't
all that
it
meant.
weird? So many people think that, like, basically modern day, you're a bully. Like, he would be a bully.
Oh, yeah.
But if you think back
he
to,
would be
like,
considered a bully.
He'd be considered a bully. But it's like, if you think back to the 90s, you think about growing up, who's a bully and who's not. He would definitely not be a bully.
Right. He'd just be a dude.
Kids are growing up just so, like, confused modern day.
Yeah.
Because it's like, literally, if they think this is a bully, then, like, they don't know what a bully is like.
Right. Especially with the whole Mac Lethal beef. He didn't start it. Like, yeah, he did the first diss track, but it started with the tweets and pretending he wasn't talking about time when he wasn't, all that stuff. That's what started. So I wouldn't even consider him a bully in that one, even though it just...
Right.
It felt a little like, oh, you know what I mean?
But it was more like Mac Lethal. Like, it was literally what he was saying. You know, you feel bad for the dude because he doesn't realize how, like, dumb the stuff he's saying is.
Right.
Like, it wasn't even... It was just like, you know what I mean? It was just like, he just didn't realize he couldn't compete lyrically.
Right. It's almost like he didn't realize the audience he was dissing for.
Right. Right. And so that's sad. It's sad to watch somebody just, like, fall on their face, you know? Like,
You like to see a good game, you know what I mean?
Right, right. Seem like a nice person, you know what I mean? Then you're just walking into the grocery store and he's face planting.
No,
you know?
I don't know what they seem like. You still want to see a good game.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't want to see a blowout.
No.
Daily, I've been on vacation. Basic translation is I don't give a... Sorry, I got a point of view. It's like a pistol you don't want to point at you. Y'all are annoying, dude. Y'all are like rats racing in a gas chamber. Y'all can't avoid the fumes. Y'all in a cage lock, my deranged thoughts. I like Ray Charles with the chainsaws. Cause your brain chopped into 8 parts to your face off. Hit the graveyard.
What?
Hold on, I gotta run it back 10 seconds on that one. But he said, sorry, I got a point of view. It's like a pistol you don't want to point at you. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, that was nasty.
That
was nasty. They said something about y'all are like Ray Charles waving chainsaws. Da 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 da. I don't know what he said to that, but when he said
I gotta get that.
Ray Charles waving chainsaws, I just kind of stopped listening. Like, oh my goodness!
Can you imagine? He makes the imagination like go crazy.
Right?
Like, he paints a picture.
It's racing in a gas chamber. Y'all can't avoid the fumes. Y'all in a cage lock, my deranged thoughts. I like Ray Charles with the chainsaws. Cause your brain chopped into 8 parts to your face off. Hit the graveyard on my days off. I just cock aim and I spray shots till your legs lock and your veins pop. In a day's work, y'all get laid off. My girl shot every single video. My heart wrote every single song. Y'all are my children, my kids will be indigo. Obviously, I'm a God. Block will be awfully cocky. Cocking the goblin, shotgun and coffee. Slaughtering lots and I'm offering coffins to anyone caught that can sloppy about me. Yeah, come rock with the kid, young poppin' and rich. Got dollars, a cop in the drip. I'm donning the armor and authoring honor while bombing the targets that karma has missed. Hey, y'all don't comprehend, I'm often on the...
Hold up. Bombing the targets that karma has missed.
Dang.
He said, y'all are my children will be indigo. I don't remember what the whole indigo child thing was about. I don't. Do you?
I remember.
You know, like some people say they're indigo children or something?
Yeah.
I remember something like, I'm a God, my children will be indigo, something to that effect. I just don't remember the whole indigo thing. I haven't heard of that in a minute. Well, this is 2019. It's been a few years since I heard of it. Remember that was like, everyone was saying they're indigo.
Starseed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess, yeah, it's like starseed. I guess it's some kind of like special, holy, I don't remember. Maybe bushing it.
Special.
But
some
yeah,
type of...
it sounds like you had some superpowers or something.
Came to this planet to save it or something.
Right, right.
Yeah, come rock with the kid, young poppin' and rich. Got dollars, a cop in the drip. I'm donning the armor and authoring honor while bombing the targets that karma has missed. Hey, y'all don't comprehend, I'm often on the mend. I'm depressed a lot, I've wrecked a lot of people who were our friends. I've been anxious, I've had breakdowns that were all inside my head. I regret a lot of things, now I won't stop till I'm avenged. Knock, knock, who's...
Hold up. He's like, I'm depressed a lot. I've wrecked a lot of people who were my friends. And they went into the whole mental health part. Like, dang. I feel like, okay, when you have a point of view like him, you do lose a lot of friends.
You do.
You do. And it sucks, but life goes on.
Some of them lose themselves, though.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, it's not like you're kicking them out of your life. They kick themselves out.
But also, if your perspective develops into that, like you kind of like, develop to a place where that is your perspective, I feel like they feel like you switched up.
Right.
Which you did.
Well, I mean, I don't consider growth switching up.
Right. That's what I'm saying, though. But I feel like, I'm starting to feel like when people say people switched up, it's mostly growth. It
is. It's like, okay, let's say you have a huge friend group, and they all really, really, really believe in Santa Claus. And you did, too. And then one day you're like, I found out Santa Claus is not real. They're going to be like, you switched up. And you're going to be like, what? I grew.
Right.
Like, I realized Santa Claus is not real. I grew up.
Right.
But they consider that a switch up.
Because in their world, they can't see the difference between learning and growing and...
Well, I wouldn't say overall. not like people are incapable of seeing people learn and grow.
No, but for real, I feel like that is like an inside the bubble perspective. People say people switched up when they grew because they can't tell when the snake is in their backyard. The snake was never on your team, but now that snake equals, a friend, and like you growing and changing, it will switch up. You know what I'm saying?
I agree 100%. I'm just saying. You said they can't tell the difference between learning and growing. I'm saying they can tell in some areas, just in this specific area, because it's against their beliefs. They don't see it as learning and growing. It's not like they are, like, literally incapable. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to paint like, these people as, like, anybody's just capable. Like droids.
No, anybody's capable.
Right.
Because, I mean, you used to believe in Santa Claus, too.
Right.
So anybody can do it. But it's just, like, it's crazy how that works.
I'm saying they can see learning and growth in other areas. Just not the blind spot based on the belief system.
That's true.
I regret a lot of things, now I won't stop till I'm avenged. Knock, knock, who's there? Y'all around and let death in. I'm John Lennon, I'm Michael Jackson, I'm Cobain, I'm Zeppelin. Your best friends are dead ends, your best bets are far-fetched. Your next best, I'm a gold trophy. Your death threats were ghost stories.
Ooh. Okay. We gotta digest that last part. That was cool.
Your best friends are dead ends. So did he just like trim off some of the dead weight in his friend groups, or did they do the whole typical thing like, oh, I can't believe you think like that, blocked? You know what I mean? It may have been either or, because he's like, your best friends are dead ends. Maybe he wanted to surround himself with different people, you know what I mean, that can challenge his beliefs, help him grow, and things like that. And he's blaming people who have best friends that lead you nowhere.
But then he was like, your death threats were ghost stories. Like, I'm Kurt Cobain, I'm Michael Jackson. Like, he's all these dead artists.
And then he goes, your best friends are dead ends. And then later, your death threats are ghost stories. So, like, there's no weight to them. Like, your death threats are meaningless.
Okay.
That's the way I interpret it.
Yeah. That was layered. That was layered.
Yeah. If we listen to it again, like right now, we'll hear so much more. Because then half of the punchlines were so hard, I didn't hear what came next. I was taken aback by something that was so hard. It's like, ooh.
Right.
I know I missed what came next.
Right. That's like the crazy thing about first time reactions. It's
right. Right.
You miss so much, though, that when you go back to appreciate the song, you're like, oh, I wish I had said that.
You could only dive so deep.
You can only dive so deep. It's like we're definitely going to re-listen, and it's going to be, like, totally different.
Right. You're going to hear totally new things.
Yeah. But okay, so the weird thing to me is that, like, how do we close this, like, sort of knowledge gap, for lack of better words? Like, the people Tom is talking to, they're not going to hear him.
Right.
Because they already hate him.
Right.
But his message is, I have nothing to be sorry about. This is my opinion. So his message isn't anything, like, actually hateful.
Right.
You know what I mean? And, like, yes, he did say, some stuff that's, like, put your bodies in sacred geometry, stuff like that. But it's, like, that's all artistic and whatever. But it's, like, his actual, like, the reason why they hate him is because of his opinion. Which isn't, like, aggressive. So, like, how do we close this knowledge gap of, like, people understanding his opinion doesn't hurt you? It's an opinion.
Talk.
and inanimate. Like something that is not hurting you.
I don't know. I don't know how you get through to people like that deeply, because I feel like that whole getting triggered and not listening thing is very deep emotional stuff for people. So I don't know. I feel like talking and having level-headed conversations is a start. Like hearing other people's point of views. I don't know.
You guys, we introduced my little brother to Politically Incorrect. And this makes me think about that video. We haven't released it yet because it is just kind of...
It's a long video.
Yeah, it's a long
what was it,
video.
40 minutes?
It was like 40 minutes. And I feel like he's doing the like triggered and doesn't listen. You know?
Well, her little brother is woke, you know, so it was a conversation with wokeness.
Yeah.
That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah, and we don't even know if you guys would even want to see it. Because, I mean, it's like, it's interesting because we both have little brothers and they're actually friends. It's like your little brother is like...
Is awake.
Awake.
Your little brother is woke.
My little brother is woke.
Super woke.
Super woke. But yeah, I don't know. Let us know if you guys want to see it and if you're interested.
Yeah, I was nervous about that one because I also didn't want to just like throw him under the bus.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure, because I mean, it is like, okay, when you actually sit down and have a conversation, it's like triggered, I can't hear anything you're saying, nothing makes sense to me. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It literally is like a thing modern day.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how to bridge that communication gap. I don't know. Some people are more open to it than others.
Right.
And the people who are not open to it, I don't know if they ever will be.
It's almost like protection mechanism. Like, I don't want to see the world outside the bubble because the bubble is safe.
Right, but there's also not everyone who doesn't think like Tom is the triggered meme.
Right.
I know people
Absolutely,
who think differently than me and they understand how I think and they just disagree. But you can have a level-headed conversation with them. I feel like you know who you're dealing with by the conversation you have. If you have a conversation, you just can't have a level-headed conversation at all, then okay, this person they're not going to hear it. They're going to get triggered by anything you say.
Which I feel like that's the danger zone right there. Because it's like, I think, a whole bunch of different perspectives is actually really healthy for society. Like, it's dangerous to get too far into, like, everybody thinking the same in any way. Like, everyone should have, a variety of perspectives because we all grow up different. We all have different lives and values.
But there should be some core beliefs that kind of like unify the country as a whole.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, like the Constitution. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's some core principles that like, oh yeah, we all mess with this.
Right.
But we have differences in experience and opinions on how certain things should be. And,
right, for sure. For sure. But I feel like the danger that comes is when, like, people become, like, weaponized by beliefs to where they can't act in their own best interest anymore.
Right.
And I feel like when this just made me think about that because it's like, I feel like in the beginning, that's exactly what they want him to take a knee and they want him to, like, just kind of submit. And so it's like, dang. How is that satisfying though? You know what I mean? When you know somebody feels a certain way, but they just give up. Do you really believe that they really just gave up on their perspective? Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the sort of mindset where literally you want somebody to just like, okay, I was a racist and whatever, but not anymore.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just like, what? And that's satisfying that you now can walk through your life and like trust and believe that you truly won. Like that to me is a little bit off the deep end. So.
But I don't think they want everyone to agree with them. I think some of the people on the ground who have been weaponized do want that. But I think the powers that be want the fighting. Yeah. Always fighting. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But that's the tricky part is the people that are weaponized on the ground not acting in their own best interest and just like sort of, you know what I mean? Just like blocking out information, like staying in that bubble. Because, I mean, they're still going to deal with consequences and everything else from that. That's all I got.
All right. Thanks for kicking on the couch with us.
Couch gang.
And yeah, we just started a Discord server thing, whatever you guys told us to start. We started that A link will be in the description. It is a young baby Discord server, but we are going to build it out over time. So if you want to join, links in the description. And yeah, so...
Young baby. I literally thought you were talking about like a new age rapper. I was like, a young baby Discord? What?
It's probably someone's name. But yeah, let us know what kind of hard bars we missed on this one. I mean, he went hard on this one. Oh my goodness.
Fast too.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that.
I was like...
He went hard. But yeah, let us know what we missed or your interpretation of the song. If you want to help the channel grow, you could like, comment, subscribe, or share this video with someone who would love to see it or someone who needs to see it. That's a wrap.
I don't know. Tell me, man, what do you know? What do you know? Me and my boys on the road. We to go. She told me, boy, you to go. Like, I don't know. But I don't know.